Hi everyone, today we'll discuss about complex tissues. Complex tissues means it is made up of more than one type of cell, and it means the components can either be living or dead, and they are differ in size, shape, structure and origin. Though they differ in various aspects, they have to work together as a unit to run a common function. So, in plants, the most important complex tissues are xylem and phloem. We will start with xylem. Xylem, the word xylem is derived from the term xylon, which means wood. So, xylem is the most important water conducting tissue in the plants. It conducts water and minerals from root towards the stem and leaves. So, it is connected with the upward conduction of water, and it also form as the word xylem indicates wood. So the wood in plant it is composed of xylem. So the wood provides mechanical strength, mechanical support to plant parts. Xylem is composed of four different kinds of elements, namely tracheids, vessels, xylem fibers, and xylem parenchyma. Based on the origin, xylem can be classified into two: primary xylem and secondary xylem. Primary xylem is derived from procambium, that is the meristematic cell, which gives rise to vascular tissues, and secondary xylem is derived from vascular cambium. Vascular cambium means the cambial ring, which is formed by fusion of vesicular and intervesicular cambium during the secondary growth of a plant part. The primary xylem is again divided into two types, protoxylem and metaxylem. Protoxylem, the word proto means first, so it is the first formed primary xylem, and the lumen of the xylem, it is very small. The components are smaller in size, and it is composed of, this primary xylem is composed of fewer conducting elements. Conducting elements means tracheids and vessels, and it has more parenchyma cells. Metaxylem, the word meta means after or beyond or later. So it is the later formed primary xylem, and they are larger in size, and the components is made up of more of tracheids elements and fewer parenchyma cells. So in this diagram, metaxylem and protoxylem cells are labeled. You can see yourself. So coming to the first component, tracheids, it is the conducting cell of the xylem. As the picture shows, it is elongated and tubular cells with pointed ends, and the secondary wall has lignin deposit, so thickened secondary wall is present, and they are non-living at maturity, means the protoplast become dead. It is a water conducting cell, so the water and minerals from one tracheids move to another tracheids through the pits present on the end walls. So end wall is not open, but it consists of numerous bordered pits, which helps in the transport of water and minerals from one cell, one tracheid to another tracheid. And the bordered pits in the tracheids elements shows three main type of arrangement: scalariform pitting, opposite pitting, and alternate pitting. So look into the diagram. Scalariform pitting, pits are elongated, they are arranged in vertical ladder-like series. So the pits are elongated in shape, and they are arranged one on top of the other. So it looks like a parallel series. It resembles ladder. So the name scalariform pitting. And in opposite pitting, the pits are circular or oval in shape, and they are arranged as horizontal pairs. And third one, alternate pitting, the third one in the diagram, the pits are arranged in diagonal rows. Then second component is vessel. It is also the conducting cell of xylem. So both tracheids and vessels are conducting cells in the xylem. Vessels are seen only in angiosperm and also in the neatum. Among gymnosperm, only neatum possess xylem vessels in their vascular tissue. So the vessels differ from tracheids in that they are short and wide and they have no tapering ends, but end wall have perforation plate. Perforation means it's an opening in the cell end wall. It's open. The both primary and secondary wall is absent in that area. So the end wall with perforation is known as perforation plate, and here also the secondary wall is lignified. Thickened secondary wall is present, and it is also dead at maturity. So both the tracheids and vessels are dead cells. Okay, then about the perforation plate, the uh, the vessel elements are interconnected through perforation plate. In tracheids, the individual tracheids are interconnected through pits, but in vessels they are interconnected through perforation plate. And there are two types of perforation plate. Simple perforation plate, the perforation plate having a single perforation, a single opening, and in multiple perforation plate, as the name indicate, the perforation plate or the end wall have numerous perforation, means two or more openings are there in the end wall of vessels. And the multiple perforation plate are again divided into three types based upon the arrangement of perforation in the perforation plate. First one is scalariform perforation plate. Scalariform means ladder-like. So the perforations are elongated and they are arranged one on top of the other. Then second one is reticulate perforation plate in net-like manner. Third one is foraminate perforation plate. The perforation it is grouped in the end wall. There is no particular pattern in the arrangement of perforation. And the secondary wall thickening in vessels and tracheids also follows 5 different patterns. First one is annular thickening. Annular thickening, the lignin deposits in the form of rings, and helical thickening means the lignin deposits is in the form of spiral thickenings, spiral pattern. Then reticulate means net-like, network-like, and scalariform means ladder-like in parallel series. And next is pitted thickening. Pitted thickening means the secondary wall, actually the secondary wall is uniformly thickened. Lignin deposition is uniform, but they are interrupted by pits, presence of pits. Pits are two different types, simple pits and bordered pits can also be found. Coming to xylem fibers, we have already discussed about xylem fibers under the heading sclerenchymatous fiber in simple tissue, so you can refer to that. Then fourth component is xylem parenchyma. Xylem parenchyma is the living component in xylem. It is similar to the parenchyma cells which we discussed in simple tissues. The cell wall is thin, they are living and consist of protoplast, and it is storage in function. There is small difference in case of xylem parenchyma. In the parenchyma cells present among the primary xylem, it is similar to that of the simple tissue with involved cells, but when it comes to secondary xylem, the parenchyma present in the secondary xylems are slightly lignified, and there are two different types of parenchyma present among the secondary xylem: axial parenchyma and dry parenchyma. Axial parenchyma is the function of axial parenchyma is storage of food, especially in the form of starch and fat, whereas radial parenchyma is they are connected with the lateral conduction of water. So xylem elements like tracheids and vessels, their function is vertical conduction of water from roots to leaves and stems, whereas the radial conduction of water, that is the horizontal conduction of water, is carried out by ray parenchyma. Another term which you have to study while learning about xylem is tylosis. Tylosis means the outgrowth of parenchyma to the vessel lumen is that outgrowth is known as stylosis. So the vessels, they are they are in close contact with axial and ray parenchyma. So sometimes these parenchyma cells, they form outgrowths through the pit to the neighboring vessel lumens, and such outgrowths are known as tylosis, and the parenchyma cell which give rise to tylosis are known as contact cells. And based on the arrangement of metaxylem and protoxylem, xylem arrangement is of three types: endark, exarch, and mesoarch arrangement. In endark arrangement, the xylem maturation is centrifugal, means the maturation pattern is it starts in the center and moves away from the center. So this arrangement is normally seen in stems. So if when we take the section of a plant stem and observe it under the microscope, the centermost portion is composed of pith. So in endark arrangement, the first formed xylem, that is protoxylem, is seen towards the pith, whereas the later formed xylem, that is the metaxylem, is seen towards the periphery. Okay, then next one is exarch. Exarch means the xylem maturation is centripetal. The maturation moves towards the center. So the protoxylem is seen towards the periphery and metaxylem is seen towards the center, that is towards the pith. And the exarch arrangement is normally seen in plant roots. And third one is mesoarch arrangement. Here the maturation is both centripetal and centrifugal. So we can see the protoxylem in the center, which is surrounded by the metaxylem, and this type of arrangement is commonly seen in ferns and gymnosperms like cycads. So that's all about xylem elements. The questions connected to complex tissues will be uploaded after uploading the phloem, the class on phloem. While after watching this long lecture videos on each topic, please do try to watch the shorts so that you will get an idea on the pattern of questions that can be asked from each topic. All different types of questions like objective, short answer, short essay and essay questions are given in short videos. It will be very helpful for you to study and to score good marks. So thank you for watching, and please do consider to subscribe. Thank you.